What's up, y'all? I'm fresh off the wake up, but I just wanted to come here and talk about something real fast. And I don't know what's going on with the league right now, but we not talking about who we need to really be talking about. Everybody talking about Wemby, Chet. We're talking about a whole bunch of different guys, and we're not talking about the reigning rookie of the year and Paolo Banchero. Now, I will say that his first couple of games, he didn't play that well. His first game, he had like 12, 5, and 5. Next game, 14, 7, and 4. Next game, 9, 5, and 5. Then a game with 15, 4, 4, and 4 steals. But this guy is definitely a legit player. He's definitely going to be an all-star either this year or next year. I definitely see him being that. But within the next couple of years, he's going to be a top 3 power forward in the league if he can stay healthy. This guy is definitely legit. He won Rookie of the Year last year for a reason. And in my opinion, he's one of the best power forwards in the league already. But he's had a rough start, obviously, but it's just mind-blowing to me to not even see too much media pressure on him, or I don't see anything really on social media about him. Now, I will say last night, November 4th, he definitely did have some media talking about him up against the Lakers. He recently just put up 25, 7, and 10 on the Lakers in 34 minutes on 9 for 15 shooting, which was a very good game from him, I will say that, but I feel like it's definitely more that needs to be talked about with him. Like, there's a lot of guys in the league that I'm not seeing as much media attention on them as they should be, and I don't see why. He's one of the biggest ones. I think Paolo is a guy who will be one of the faces of the NBA for years to come. In the next 5 to 10 years, he'll be a top 10 player in the league for sure. The guy's only 20. His birthday coming up. It's on the 12th of this month, but this kid is literally 20 years old, and he's 6'10", 250. He's the best player on the Magic right now. If you don't want to say Franz Wagner, you could potentially say him as well. But in my eyes, I think Paolo is their guy, and he's going to be their guy for a long time as long as they're able to keep him. But this guy has done everything correctly to me. I think that he's a guy who is going to be someone to fear in the league for a long time. He's only 20 years old, as I mentioned before. His post-up game is incredible for his age. His post-up game is something that I haven't seen from guys at that age in a long time. You know, the last guy that I could really say that I say was extremely good in the post at his position at that age is probably KG, and that's just me watching old clips of KG, because I definitely wasn't born when KG was a young guy in the league. But Paolo is definitely one of those guys who can be a league-changing fella. I think that the Magic, obviously, they're not one of the best teams in the league or not one of the better teams in the league, but they can make it to the playoffs one of these days. I do see that, and I don't see Paolo being a guy who can't be a number 1 option on a championship-level team, because he's just that good. Last year, averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists in his rookie campaign is something that's incredible. It's nothing that the guy really can't do. He's developing more of a 3-point shot, which is very, very good for him. I definitely see him being able to continue on that rise. He's getting better at defense. He's definitely getting better at defense this year. Obviously, he's only played 6 games, but he's averaging almost 2 steals this year. His 3-ball has gone up. His shooting has gone up from last year. Once again, I say that it's only been 6 games, but still, just the fact that you're seeing any type of improvement from that level, it's definitely something to see. He came into the league with Chet, and he went number 1 before Chet for a reason. I know it was a shock for a lot of people, but I always believed that Paolo could be somebody who could make it to the league and be who he is, which is the number 1 pick and the Rookie of the Year. I think he might have won it over Chet, even if Chet played last year, potentially. Obviously, that's hard to say because Chet didn't play, and I'm also a Thunder fan, so I wouldn't necessarily want him to win it over Chet. I want us to have the Rookie of the Year, but he's a guy who deserved it. He was, to me, the clear day number 1 overall pick and the Rookie of the Year. I don't see anybody challenging him in that respect. But being that he's still super young, the kid's not even old enough to get a drink yet, and he's doing what he's doing in the league on a team like the Magic, it's impressive to me. I don't see him declining anytime soon. He came out, he had a rough game, but it's cool, it's whatever. He'll continue to get better. He played for Team USA this year, and to me, he was one of the biggest star powers that I saw out there, just because he wasn't getting as much tickets he should have gotten, and he played phenomenal to me. I felt like he should have been out there during the end of those games, mostly because when he was out there, he was extremely effective and efficient. And I have heard a lot of people throughout the league say that this guy is legit. He's one of the big reasons that the league is growing so exponentially, because of these young guys. And he's definitely a part of that young crew. He's nowhere near 25. He's still got 4 more years until 25. He's about to be 21 in a couple of days. But to me, if you're under 25 and you're in the league today, you're the future of the league, and he's definitely the future. It's only a couple of guys that I could even say I could potentially think is better than him that's under 25, and that's guys like, I believe Luka's under 25, so Luka, if not Luka, then Anthony Edwards might be a little bit better than him. Just a couple of guys to name, but from his class thus far, he's definitely the best player I see, and I just hope that he continues to have a long and successful career. He'll be better this year, obviously, so Magic fans, nothing to worry about. And he was better in his last 2 outings. As you can see, he had 30 on November 2nd up against the Jazz. So he'll be better, and I think he can become an all-star this year for sure. But that's really all I wanted to come to talk about. It's not really a informational video. It's just me kind of ranting about how I feel about Paolo. Paolo was one of the guys that I've been watching since he was in high school. We were in high school at the same time, so I was watching him in high school while I was in high school, and I always knew that he was an NBA level guy and a guy that can cause havoc throughout the league. So that's just what I can see from my eyes to yours, and I'll catch you on the next video, y'all. Peace.